Hey, Devil of Art. It's been a while, hasn't it? I know I say that just about every time I start any video, really regardless of topic or circumstance, but this time it really has. I haven't made a video in almost a month, and I haven't made a Minecraft episode in 3 months. So yeah, it's been a long time. So I figured I'd go back to my roots for a little bit and play some Minecraft. Going to try to avoid making this a um, state of the channel address. It's not even fall. We're still in the same season we were the last time I made one, so it's not time yet, but it's definitely. I mean, that's definitely an element of it, because I mean, come on, it's been a long time since I've uploaded. I feel like I had to kind of address that at the very least. Um, there's going to be a lot of my controller drifting off and around because my controller's been it's hit the ground a few too many times, and now it's not quite working right. Anyway, welcome back to Minecraft. Like I said, it's been a very, very long time. Um, somebody's excited. God damn, dude. Chill. Hey, do you have anything good, by any chance? Part of me wants to start a new Minecraft series. I feel like I do that too often, though. I can't really flesh out a Minecraft series. I'm constantly hitting walls and restarting. Like, I just need to commit for once. I did that a lot even before YouTube. Back when I would make... so before I started actually recording YouTube videos, before I found that I could record those, I used to just play games as if I were making them a YouTube series, which, to be honest, is not very different from what I do now. And I feel like most of the videos I did make back then, can I sleep yet? Were all, I had like maybe 5 different worlds before I finally actually moved on to, and I'd have 2 different worlds at the same time. I'd have my YouTube survival and my normal survival for when I felt like playing survival without commentating, and one for when I felt like commentating. Weird times. But I haven't played Minecraft in a while. The last time Minecraft has been on the channel was the Ohio Farewell stream. Which, who knows, maybe we'll get back, record a video. It's possible. Usually checks in every like 2 weeks, see what's going on. Maybe I'll run a podcast by him, see if that's something he'd want to do. So anyway, we gotta figure out something to do in this world for now. It's been so fucking long since last time I played it, I'm not even sure exactly what the last thing I did was, or what the thing I was trying to do next was. I feel like I've done a lot of exploration. I feel like mining is kind of a thing I need to do. But what's like the next goal I'm going to try and achieve? What's the next thing I'm trying to do? Because there are a lot of potential answers to that question. Looks like I've developed a mine recently, so that might be the next place I have to go. Mining is pretty essential. I think the game's trying to answer that question for me. Okay, well. My pickaxe is very low on health, if you could call it that. Do I have? Oh yeah, I do. I got more iron. Single stick. More stick. No more stick. Need more stick. Alright. Nope. I still need that. Make a backup pickaxe, and that'll be good for now. I'd say a stick is a valuable. as is, those aren't the valuables. Those are the valuables. There we go. Cool. Bones. Anything else I need to drop off? Do I have enough coal to make more of this? Hell yeah, I do. 48. 64 minus 48 is a number that I can't do in my head. 64 minus 48. 16. I don't know why I was doing that math, because I'm just going to cook them all anyway, so I don't have to make extra later. Alright, let's go down into the mines. You know, it's kind of difficult to talk about Minecraft without talking about something else at the same time, or to play Minecraft and commentate on it without just commentating somewhat blankly, or not blankly, it's not the way I meant to say that, but like, you know, without doing, because I'm trying to avoid doing another State of the Channel address. It's not the right time for that. But I guess I'll just address a few things, since frankly, it's not really that different from the last State of the Channel address. The reason it's been so long since the last time I've uploaded, frankly, is just because I haven't really felt like recording. I haven't had a whole lot of, I need torches. I didn't think about that one. Yeah, I mean, put simply, I just haven't really felt like recording. It's just not what I wanted to do. So I just haven't been doing it. I mean, I figured eventually it would kind of taper off. It's the nature of the way things work. I should have known that eventually I would get a little bit bored of making YouTube videos. Yeah, and eventually, like over the last, I mean, pretty much all year, ever since the Lego Star Wars thing, pretty much all of my content has been centered around other people. It's been collaborative, and I haven't really, you know, no one else has been on. I'm the only one who really plays Xbox anymore, so it naturally is just kind of tapered off. Doesn't necessarily mean that I can't make YouTube videos. I still can, but it's like the things that I have actually wanted to make series on, I haven't really bothered to. Or the things that I actually have series on, I just haven't really wanted to make. But simply, I have been mostly just playing Forza and MLB 22 Road to the Show, just because I didn't really feel like, you know, because like I could make videos out of Road to the Show, but I just didn't feel like it. And granted, you know, part of it is that I don't really have enough time to commit to recordings. Especially since I record very long videos. I'm not the kind of person who records and uploads, you know, 20-minute videos. For the most part, my content is an hour or more. What the fuck? So, for the most part, I really don't make a whole lot that's that short. So that, you know, I have to commit a decent chunk of time to it. And I've had less time, and the time that I have had, I've been putting towards other things. It's not necessarily to say that I never did. Because the last thing I want to do when talking about this kind of stuff is make myself sound grandiose. Make it sound like I'm doing better things, you know, that I'm using my time better than somebody who plays video games all day. Because that's something Ohio did a lot, and that's something I always found a problem with. Because it's like, well, hey, it's just a leisure activity. It's no different from any other leisure activity. You just perceive it as, you know, lazy and effortless, and not effortless, but just, you know, a poor use of your time, when it really doesn't have to be that. So I try to avoid saying it that way, but in terms of playing video games solo, like in terms of the way I value my time, playing video games solo is not as important to me as doing anything really with somebody else. Where am I going? I still need coal. I'll do a little bit of strip mining just for some coal, and then maybe I'll go up to the surface and see if I can... Oh, that's why, because it's so fucking dark. Oh, shit. Okay, never mind. Never mind, never mind, never mind. I'll go back to the surface. We'll try and find some coal up there. But, I feel like my time is best spent doing something with somebody else. And since nobody's really been on playing video games lately, I haven't really found my time being best spent that way. So, That's the simplest way to put it. Nope, nothing happens up here. That is the place where nothing happens. Alright, let's go see if I can't find me some coal. So, yeah, so I just haven't been playing games, and that's okay. And when I have, I just haven't been recording, because for the most part, my favorite content and the content I liked to record the most was always collaborative, and I'd make a couple things every once in a while just to mostly just kind of scratch the itch, but the itch is gone. I scratched it away already. Now, for the most part, I make videos just because I feel like I should. I feel like it'd be... And to some extent, I feel like recording is a slightly more useful use of my time. Not that playing video games on my own is a waste of time, because nothing's a waste of time if you enjoy it, but I feel like that is a slightly better use of my time doing a certain thing. There might be a little bit of reinvigoration when Modern Warfare 2 comes out, and I will try and record the beta when that releases, because Call of Duty was a big thing for me for a long time. Not a long time, actually a pretty short time, all things considered, compared to some other games. But, I mean, I love Call of Duty. I started really getting into Call of Duty just before Modern Warfare 2019 came out, and that was a big deal for me. Because I just started getting into it, but I already kind of knew that the newer Call of Duties just weren't really it. And then Modern Warfare comes out, and everything gets totally new. I mean, that was, other than Minecraft, and maybe even ahead of Minecraft, that was my most played game for a while. Maybe behind Fallout, that's possible. And I didn't even start playing it online until relatively recently, all things considered. So that was a pretty big deal for me. And when Cold War came out, that was also really exciting. And I started the channel a couple of months into Cold War's release cycle. Not more than a couple of months, but a little while into Cold War's, life cycle. And the first Call of Duty that came out since this channel's inception, not inception, but since I started posting more on it, in this channel's current form, there, the only one that's come out was Vanguard. And to be honest, I think part of the reason I didn't buy Vanguard is just because I wasn't really on a Call of Duty kick. I mean, by that point, I'm not sure if Ohio still was able to play Modern Warfare by the time that came out. I don't think he was, but he could. That's possible. I'd have to double check, because it was around the same time as Horizon 5 came out. Damn it. So that's been most of... So I should be able to check around that time. But, I mean, all things... How the fuck did... Oh, that's how. But Vanguard just didn't really pique my interest. I think part of it was, again, just a naturally tapering interest in Call of Duty at that time. I just think I wasn't as interested in Call of Duty then as I was at other times. Fuck. Oh. Bad news bears. This is a very useful punch. Yeah, punch it into the wall where it's not going to go anywhere. Genius. Hey, that worked out fairly well, though. Other than the massive loss of health. So. But I didn't end up buying Vanguard. I thought about it on a couple of occasions, but just didn't end up doing it. But now that Modern Warfare 2 is coming out, a little bit of my excitement's kind of returned. Not a lot. I'm still not as hyped for it as I was Modern Warfare 2019, but I think that's just because Modern Warfare 2019 kind of came out at the best possible time. Oh, I just noticed I do have a shield in my hand. So I completely neglected to remember. I could have saved myself a lot of shit with that creeper there. Fuck. God damn it. Bastard. My headset is turned way the fuck up. God damn. But, yeah, I mean... I'll buy it. I'll play it. I'll play the campaign. That'll be the first Call of Duty campaign that's been on the channel. But I did really enjoy Modern Warfare 2's and Cold War's campaign. I thought they were both really good campaigns. Hopefully Modern Warfare 2 will be as good of an improvement as the original Modern Warfare 2 was to Modern Warfare. But I will complain that Modern Warfare 2 is just a bad name for... I mean, the name already exists. And I mean, at least they didn't fully remaster Modern Warfare 2 then, because that would have made it even more confusing. Where you have Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, and then Modern Warfare 2 again. You know, at least with Modern Warfare, you know, the original Modern Warfare was Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. So, although a lot of people would just refer to it as Modern Warfare for the most part, I mean, you can differentiate it by saying Modern COD 4, you know. I was saying Modern COD 4. Oh. Where's the zombie that's trying to attack me right now? So I don't know, that's just kind of the whole thought process behind that one. It's just like, well, I mean, you could go out and make Modern Warfare 2, but I feel like they probably should have added something after that. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, or Modern Warfare something or other, just like they did with Cold War. Even if Cold War is a little bit of a long-winded name, it was a better idea than calling it Black Ops 5 or, you know, something more along those lines. Or Black Ops 2 again, you know, like I mean, not that that would make sense, but you get the idea. I mean, it makes more sense for them to handle it the way that they did. And I'm kind of realizing now that I should have just made a video on Modern Warfare or Cold War. But you know what? Whatever. I can play it later. Maybe 2 videos will come out today. Who knows? But I'm excited for that. That should, you know, bring a little bit of life back to the channel. You know, as having something new to record. Of course, it's going to get a little one-sided, but frankly, it's been pretty one-sided for a while. Most of the content I've been making lately has been one thing, you know. And that was always something I tried to avoid, but lately, when that's all I felt like recording, I realized that it doesn't, you know, what else am I going to do? Just not upload? It's like if I have a video to upload, it doesn't make any sense to just say, no, I'm not going to upload it, because then I wouldn't. Because it's not, like, damn it. So, just kind of trying to do what makes sense. And I realized that making more content than not makes more sense. And I'll fully admit, you know, because there's one thing that differentiates me from other YouTubers. I don't make money off of this. So the drive to make videos is all personal, which means if I don't want to make a YouTube video, I'm not going to, you know? It's a pretty simple idea, and it gets me a little more fulfillment, but it also kind of removes a lot of the drive to make YouTube videos. I mean, what's the point of making it if all you get is just a little bit of personal fulfillment from doing so? And I've been doing it for more than a year, and you know, there's a certain point around the year mark where it starts to get a little boring, where the newness of it, the freshness of it, kind of goes away. Now, that can be artificially helped with certain things, but nothing that I've encountered has really, you know, improved my liking of recording. Not to say that I don't like doing it, but I just haven't really felt like doing it. But I'm hoping, like I said, I'm hoping this new Call of Duty will kind of be the revitalization of the channel, and you know, hopefully by its release that will kind of encourage me to play more other games. To get back behind the wheel and make some more content. I guess we'll go into the swamp here. Maybe there's something interesting. I don't know if I've even been here, to be honest with you. So, we shall see. Anyway, the last two videos I made were like snow-related videos, because most of what I've been really interested in lately has been... Oh, frogs. I forgot they were at it. Not frogs. Has been automotive-related stuff. I don't know if I've announced it on the channel, but the names, or the image sake for my profile picture on both Twitch and YouTube, and really just about everything else, is my 99 Jeep Cherokee, which some of you might not know is actually in West Virginia at the moment, which, again, some of you might know that I go there pretty frequently, and that's where my dad lives. But he gave me the Cherokee about, well, last year, and it's finally getting towards the point of coming here. So I've been kind of getting more interested in cars in anticipation. So SnowRunner and Forza have been a bulk of my interest. Because Forza, I mean, Forza's probably the best car game out there, but to be honest, it's not very good. And part of that's just its mass appeal. Not like in a hipster way, but I'm saying that in the sense of that which appeals to most will not appeal to all, you know, and... Ooh, damn. Oh, never mind. Thought that was a baby cow. So, Forza primarily works to appeal to the most broad demographic of car guys, which is supercar guys, JDM. JDM, like, supercar guys are the biggest, like, non-car car guys. Because it's their appeal is not necessarily the cars themselves and more what they do. You know, the people who are supercar guys, and I'm making a very blanket statement, but I feel like it's for the most part pretty true. People who are very into supercars in opposition to, say, classic muscle, JDM, off-roaders, things of those sorts, you know, supercar guys just like the status of it. You know, it's an area of car culture that's been heavily dominated by people who don't really do cars that much. You know, maybe they're you know, sure, they might be knowledgeable in it, and that's half the battle in all fairness, but I definitely get the feeling that a lot of car guys who are just into supercars are not just, but are primarily into supercars, are mostly just, they like the status. You know, but they're not traditional gearheads, typically, in that side of automotive, of the automotive interest. Whereas off-road guys and JDM guys and classic muscle guys are all gearheads. You know, they all like turning wrenches and, you know, making a car their own. You know, making a car cool by their own means. What the fuck? That's interesting. As opposed to the supercar idea of having a cool car, of you know, using your money specifically and exclusively to buy cool, interesting cars. And, you know, maybe there will be a vinyl wrap or something, but, like, you know, when car guys talk about people in the public sphere with cool cars, very rarely are they talking about, you know, like, big rappers with, you know, fancy collections. You know, car guys like the character of less expensive, but, you know, truthfully more interesting cars. And the same thing, I guess, goes for luxury car guys, although there are a lot of people in the automotive industry that particularly like just the way German cars are, you know, the luxury feel, not necessarily just for the money flaunting, but just because that's, you know, but at the same, and you know, some people modify their luxury cars, is mostly the German side of it, American, but you know, so those two kind of have a crossover, but you know, German luxury and really luxury in general gets a little bit of a pass compared to supercars. But I just, you know, supercars are like the gateway, I guess, into developing a taste of more interesting cars. And this isn't a diss at people who like supercars, because maybe you are a car guy that actually likes supercars. And I can understand why that's a thing, but it's just not really my thing. But anyway, back to the reason this tangent exists. Forza, you know, kind of appeals to the most basic genre of car guy, which is supercar guy. And then it appeals to the next most basic with JDM. But it, as a person who, as I used to like hate JDM. Nowadays, I've grown quite a bit on JDM, and I actually do quite like it. Part of that's Subaru ownership, you know. It's just made me more interested in JDM, because there are a lot of Subarus that are really cool. Not mine, but there are a lot out there. But, excuse me, guys. But something that I distinctly like, but something that distinctly bugs me about Forza compared to other car, or, you know, not in relation to other things, but just something that bugs me a lot about Forza is its lack of overall customization. One of the most important aspects... Holy shit, this game is loud. One of the most important aspects to me when it comes to cars is customization. And this isn't just cosmetic, but this is also things like tires. The brand, you know, the specific things you choose for, say, or, you know, for engine parts, you know. Forza takes a very blanket thing, where the only things that are really branded other than the cars are the rims, which is fair, but there's a lot of things that people do with their cars that you just can't really do in Forza. And it leads to a lot of cars just feeling like their stock counterparts, but with a blanket over them, basically. Because, I mean, you can do a few... The biggest things you can really do to a car in Forza, you can change the rims, and you can change the rim size, if that's something you want to do. You can add a livery to it, and you can kind of change the ride height. But for the most part, there's not a whole lot else you can do to your car visually. Yeah, sure, you know, there's a couple of cars with body kit presets. I think a lot more of them should have it, because I think that I feel like also there used to be a lot of cars that do that now just don't. And a lot of the body kit presets are just the same blanket design thrown onto one particular thing. It's great for the JDM cars, because those are the things where people will actually put body kits on them and wildly change the appearance of them. It's a thing very inherent to JDM, but something you get, like when I'm making a JDM car, is just like, I feel like all I can really do is just repaint the original car. One of the most important aspects of JDM is replacing parts with other parts to make it not look so stock. But that's a thing that you just, for the most part, can't really do. And the same thing really applies to classic muscle and off-roaders especially. A very important aspect of off-roaders is, I mean, there's a lot of really important aspects. Like tire brand, I feel like should be something I'd be able to change. I feel like I should be able to select brands of tires. I mean, they've already, if you're creating a livery, you can select tire brands, you know, the game provides you with some tire brands as decals. So that's something. So if they already have the licensing, why not apply it? You know? You can't really do anything to the interiors. You can't. There's not a whole lot of personalization you can do. I feel like that's where that game gets kind of underwhelming. Is past the point of, you know, there's only so many things you can really do to it. Like if I wanted to recreate like one of Donut's high-low series, I wouldn't even really be able to do it to its fullest potential. One of the biggest elements that I think of when I think of that is one of my personal favorite cars is the Jeep Cherokee XJ. This is a car that if they were to add it to Forza, it would be considerably underwhelming compared to its real-life presence, because one of the most integral parts of the Cherokee is modification. Front, big off-road bumpers and rear bumpers or tire carriers and roof boxes and light bars and lifts and fat tires. That's something you just can't really fuck with in that game. The best you can do is you can put on a different tire compound, which would make it look slightly more off-roady, but it doesn't change the tire size, so you'll still be sitting on 28s on 15-inch rims, and you can't make it look that far from stock. And they do a slightly better job with the Wrangler. The Wrangler, you can customize bumpers, and that's really about it. There's so many things that people do with their Cherokees you just wouldn't be able to do in Forza because of just the way Forza is, which is why I'm not even really that. Alright, stream crashed. I don't know where I left off, so I'll just simply leave it with. So I'll just simply say, like I said, I'm not even that inclined to request the Cherokee in Forza, because frankly I feel like it would just be mediocre compared to its real-life presence. And that goes for a lot of things, especially in the off-road community, where being far from stock is so important, but that really applies to JDM, and less so, but still to classic muscle and many other forms of things. It's not to say that you can't get a cool car in Forza, but cars, Jesus. Cars definitely have a lot more promise in other mediums. It's one of the things I really like about the Crew 2. Is that's something you can do with the Crew 2. Is you can customize just about every aspect of your car. And they allow for a much greater amount of personalization than Forza does. The only issue is that it's at the cost of a much more mediocre car selection overall. Even then, what cars they do have, they tend to have variants of that are also really cool. It's just the cars handle like shit, and the map is, albeit large, but relatively underwhelming. Anyway, I guess we should make some actual progress here. I've got some coal. I just need some more sticks so I can make some torches. All this, everything I can make. 12. Fuck, that is nowhere near enough. Definitely gonna need more than that. Let's go ahead and make more sticks so I can make a 26 sticks, probably a little bit less than that. 60. All right, one more stick. Perfect. And I still have some left over, and I still have plenty of coal for whatever I would need coal for. For whatever I might need coal for. Oh, I guess I really didn't need any more sugarcane, did I? Oh well. Arrows, are they on here? I guess in here. Sure. That. Leather, I guess can still go in there. Alright, because I still need leather for books, so that is actually kind of important. Coal, just kind of disperse it between that and that. So we can cook that, so that can cook this. Oh, I'll take all that. And tools and food, boom. Alright, shouldn't need any more food for a little bit. Let's go back into the mine. But on the topic of cars, automobiles, I might change up content on here. So I guess we'll keep doing a little bit of a state of the channel just because, to be honest, this is really all Minecraft is most of the time. And I'll make a more formal announcement at some point, but I'll give you all a little sneak peek just because, to be frank, there's not a whole lot better to talk about when you're playing Minecraft. And it's a little too early to make a state of the channel address. Another one, because, to be honest, I feel like, I mean, we're not even really in the fall yet. By the time, you know, I'm going to have to wait until December to make another one if I make one right now, so I'll hold off for a little bit, and maybe I'll make one later. Fuck, that scared me. Should not have, but it did. God damn. The fuck is this shit? Tough. Uh-oh. Oh, there's the bastard. Nice. Quick work. Quick work, quick work. Man, when it comes to, like, content on the channel, for the most part, y'all know I make gaming content. I think everybody understands that. That's what I make. But there is a possibility in the future that I might try to expand the type of content I make. Part of the reason I make this gaming content is because I don't have to do a whole lot of editing. Okay, damn. I can kind of just leave this in its unaltered state for the most part, and it'll work just fine, because VODs are kind of a thing. But maybe be inclined to look out for some automotive content in the future. And if you want to get caught up on everything that's happened so far, you can go to my car Instagram at Wolfheart's Garage, where you can check out some of the stuff I've already done and where kind of everything is going. However, I just felt like mentioning that because I feel like it'd be really cool to start making some off-roading content, some building content. I mean, we'll see, because I definitely want to make a video for a particular off-road trip I have planned. I just think that'd be really cool. However, it's definitely not essential, I guess. Just because I know it's going to be an absolute pain in the ass to edit and shit. Why is the music so fucking loud, man? There we go. Hopefully it's not too loud compared to my mic in-game, but this is a much more acceptable level. God damn. Yeah, I mean, frankly, I'd like to start making some other kinds of content. Vlogs, I'm not necessarily opposed to. I think it'd be really cool. So what I wanted to do, basically, was, you know, after I do a little bit of building on the Cherokee, make it nice and off-road worthy, I was going to take it down to Telluride, which is about a 6-hour drive from me. Oh no. I was gonna, take it down to Telluride and do some off-roading there with a bunch of buddies. Make it a big, fun vlog type of deal, obviously. I mean, I'd probably have to get a camera, and hopefully I can find a cameraman, because it will be a lot easier if I can do that. but also, God only knows I'm not gonna have the money to pay an actual cameraman, so I just have to get one of my friends to tag along that doesn't have a car to off-road, and hope that they can be trusted to do so. And then editing is going to be a whole nother problem on its own. So I don't know how that will come to fruition, if it will, but it's a cool idea that I'd like to do. We'll see. In the meantime, however, we continue doing gaming videos. And the particular kind of gaming video we do is Minecraft. Now, I am not finding a whole lot. This new cave update, like, although it's cool, it is not very conducive to mining. There's just a lot of shit. And not a whole lot of good shit. Hold on. Have I found diamonds yet? Because if I have a diamond pickaxe, I'm pretty sure I found some pretty sure I found some ruined portals on my way to the house that on my way to the location that I put my house. So if I could find some of that, that would be great, because then I can kind of skip the whole mining process, because I think I already have 11 obsidian, I'm pretty sure. I already have a few. Oh, liberal titties. We're good. Crisis averted. Temporarily, there is another crisis in the area that needs my attention. Losers. Ow. They can hit me from there. That's great. That's just marvelous. Alright. It'd be real fucking nice. To be honest, I think I just kind of gave myself a shitty location. And now these caves are so fucking windy, I can't hardly actually make my way through these fucking bastards anymore. Maybe I'll do a little bit more exploring, see if I can find something different, while I continue rambling about nothing in particular. There's something so calming about Minecraft, though. It's mostly the music. The music in Minecraft is very calming. It's a very peaceful environment. If you're stressed out, this is definitely one of the best games known to man to do that. Especially creative. You can just get there and just build some shit, you know, not have to worry about surviving or anything. It can be a really relaxed environment. It's something I really appreciate from this game. Because it's something, like, a lot of people, you know, play games to let off steam, but then they end up playing fucking, you know, competitive games like Call of Duty and shit, and it's like, dude, this is just gonna piss you off, man. Sometimes it's kind of just nice to kick back and relax. It's the point of video games, after all. It's why we make them. It's why we watch them. I still haven't seen season 4 of Yellowstone. I've been meaning to do that, but I just haven't felt like paying for it yet. I'll see how much it costs to do. I might just end up biting the bullet and just getting a brief little subscription and then canceling it until season 5 comes out. There's not enough on Peacock for it to really be worth anything other than Yellowstone, but we'll see. Every time I think of it, there's always not enough time in the day, though. I always think of it, and it's like, well, great, because it's just I'm just gonna have to fucking fuck off in like 10 minutes anyway. Not enough time for this. I feel like, though, I don't know, I gotta get something done here. I gotta accomplish something other than just rambling on for a little while. And again, I feel like that's what half of my Minecraft videos really are. It's just kind of rambling on. Just not good enough at Minecraft really to feel like get terribly far before my wall is a lot closer than it should be. A good song. Music in Minecraft is like not something that people really listen to like normally. Like people don't really go on Spotify and listen to this style of music. Maybe Minecraft music specifically, but that's just because it's in Minecraft. Yeah, that's different. But I don't know. There's something so universally appreciated about it. So it would be really good music for like some important video. Like if I was actually making a state of the channel address. I mean, I'll be completely honest, I've thought about quitting YouTube a few times. I know it kind of seems out of left field, but it made sense in my head. But to go, well, the music was what I got me thinking about it, because I feel like it'd be a really good way to send something off, but there's nothing to really send off here. Because, I mean, closest I've gotten is as of late, where I just, you know, the reason that I made videos initially has kind of gone away. But it just doesn't really make sense to, like, officially end that, you know? It just doesn't make sense to just say, yep, nope, that's enough. YouTube, never coming back, or you know, retiring, or even just taking a official hiatus, maybe. But then that you know, the reason somebody takes a hiatus is because they you know, the part of them wants to do it, but the other part of them knows that something is getting in the way. Or maybe they start to feel like they have to do it. So they just say, you know what, I need a break, I need to make this fun again, instead of just something I feel like I have to do. But to be honest, for me, like, I mean, I don't make any money off of YouTube. I just do it for the hell of it. So taking a hiatus makes it sound like making a YouTube video is like a bad experience or something, which it's not. I just have less of a reason to do so than I did before. But I know that, like, all taking a hiatus would really do would just be a certain arbitrary amount of time I decide to not make YouTube videos as opposed to just not doing it normally. That I then put towards, you know, so then if I feel like making a YouTube video before this predetermined arbitrary time frame, I just have to go, nope, can't do it, I'm on hiatus. And it's like, yeah, part of me wants to make something official, but it's not important. I don't have to make it official that I'm done making YouTube videos, or that I'm done doing it for a while, or anything really. Damn. Hello. Fuck it. This is what we needed. That's a lot of fucking redstone. It's a good sign. Visibility didn't go as far as I was hoping or thought it would. Ooh. Playing a little bit in the danger zone here, but that's okay. But, yeah, I mean, like I said, part of me wants to just make it official quitting, but then it's like, well, what does that really get me? I just, you know, I can just no longer... I'm just restricting myself from doing something I already wanted to do for no particular reason. Maybe I just didn't want to do it then, but there's no reason to make that official. It's not like YouTube's doing anything bad for me that I, like, you know, would rather live without. It's just, I don't really feel like making videos. And part of it's just that mentality that I have, like, with Minecraft, where I just kind of want to, like, you know, I get bored of a world and I just kind of want to send it off and start new. But, like, what difference does that really make when it comes to YouTube? What would starting new really do for me? All it would do is really just get rid of all the good history that I've developed to this point, you know? You know, part of the reason I kind of wanted to do YouTube, and part of the reason I did the things that I've done on YouTube, is because I like looking back. Not as much as I used to, now that I realize that I'm kind of past my prime, in a sense. That, you know, the best times are behind me. They can be ahead of me, but at the moment, they're behind me. You know, and that I kind of... in a sense, have to start over. But I still like there being, you know, even if the past is kind of hard to look back on, I still like the ability to be able to do that. To you know, to, instead of, you know, being upset about the way that the present is, or upset at the way, you know, or upset about how the past used to be better. You know, what I like about that, and what I like that I'm able to do as a result of it, is that I can, you know, I can look back and be happy about the good experiences that I've had, you know, over the last few years, that YouTube, that I gave myself the opportunity through YouTube to look back on and, you know, reminisce about. Sure, it kind of hurts to know not my best years are behind me, because I'm not even a fucking legal adult yet, but and there's still a lot of things I'm looking forward to, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of things I'm really excited to do, but, you know, some of the most fun I've ever had was, you know, before this summer. And this summer really kind of changed a lot of things for me. But, you know, now I like to look back at how much fun I was having. How much I enjoyed doing what I did. And how happy I am that I did it. Even if I can't do it again. And there's the music again. Nice. Good time for the music to return. You know, Minecraft's been a pretty instrumental part of, man, just about everything, to be honest. Second video I ever made was on Minecraft. Well, third video I ever made, second video I ever posted was on Minecraft. The first video I ever made was on NASCAR. Fortunately, that didn't end up being uploaded because the VOD didn't save, because I didn't know how to do that yet. So my first video posted of the channel's current iteration was... Modern Warfare. I think it's also fitting. But, you know, Minecraft has been a pretty instrumental part of really my entire life. One of the interesting things about being as young as I am, but, you know, I mean, I've been around for nearly 20 years, which is a long time. Not in the grand scheme of things, but in the scheme of a lifetime, 20 years is a big deal. And most of what I remember is really the last 10 or so. You know, in 2019 it was a big deal. Minecraft was a big deal because it had been around for 10 years, and in 2021 the game had been, you know, the game's full release had been around for 10 years. And it just kind of makes you think about, you know, like, I mean, I was really young at that time, but Minecraft's always been present. It's something I've never grown out of. Sure, I don't always feel like playing it, but it's something that I've always had. It's been it's something, it's an experience that I can share with everyone I meet, pretty much, because all the people that I've ever really hung out with, they all play Minecraft. everyone who's ever been on this channel has probably been on a Minecraft episode. In some way, shape, or form. You know, and it's been important to the channel, too, even if, you know, because the Minecraft Survival Series was one of the first things I ever started doing, you know, and it was kind of the whole, that was always the focal point of my pre-YouTube wanting to do YouTube thing, was wanting to record Minecraft. Minecraft's a really important game to me and my history. It's something that's always been there and probably will always be there. If I didn't grow out of it throughout my teenage years, I don't see myself growing out of it in my adulthood. Obviously, Minecraft's past its prime now, and I think everybody kind of understands that, but it's one of the best elements of 2019 was the revitalization of Minecraft. Sure, it was temporary, but it was important. It was a big deal. It was a big time of reminiscing, which is something I personally find very important. I think it's always good to look back on the good times that you've had. You know, sentimentality, there we go. It's just generally a very important thing, in my opinion. And that's something that Minecraft really brought out. And it continues to bring that out for me to this day. I played Minecraft with most of the people I ever knew. You know, most of the best, you know, I had worlds with my best friends, you know, and this one is especially, you know, Minecraft on the Xbox has been especially different, because, I mean, there are still elements of some of my oldest friendships that you can find on here if you look. Like that one Super Tiger Ravine world that I've had for a very long time. Since 2019, you know, that was back when I was still friends with one of my old friends, Chase, who I've probably talked about a time or two on podcasts, perhaps. You know, and then, you know, Gavin had a pretty big impact on Super Tiger Ravine. Ohio had a big impact on Super Tiger Ravine. Mark was there for a while. Murph did a little bit, not a whole lot, but a little bit. You know, it was always something, it was an experience that I've shared with all of my friends, but that means that, you know, Minecraft will always have the opportunity in my life to kind of be, you know, there will always be new light that I can find with this game, new people to share experiences with. You know, so even if it hurts now to look back at all those people that I, you know, used to hang out with and can't or don't anymore, you know, it's still there, and it always will be. I'll be able to make new memories on this game that I hadn't made, you know, that I haven't made yet. I ruined that whole sentence. But, in short, I don't know. I ramble a lot on this channel, and Minecraft's always been my game to kind of be introspective. And now it kind of bridges a little bit too much on the State of the Channel Addresses territory, but I feel like this was the natural place for me to go. But I don't really know where to go from here. So, thank you all for listening to me ramble for approximately an hour while getting absolutely nothing done in Minecraft. I appreciate y'all listening to me ramble. It's good to do that sometimes. You know, and I don't know. Maybe I'll learn some. Maybe didn't. It's not my job to teach. It's just my job to do something, I'm sure. Anyway, y'all have a good one.